Authorities are still looking for a fugitive. Could he be in Cheyenne? Yellowstone Lake stays cool despite warming trends. Find out why. And could TikTok be banned? Find out what legislators are trying to do coming up next. Hello and thank you for watching Wyoming News Now. I'm Valeria Fugate. We start today's broadcast with a plea from authorities that are looking for a man on the run who could possibly be in Cheyenne. Colorado authorities are looking for Marshall Johnson. He's wanted on probation violation and felony criminal mischief and is known to frequent Cheyenne. Johnson is a 42-year-old white male who stands at 6 foot and 205 pounds. He has brown hair and eyes. Authorities are asking if you've seen him or if you know of his whereabouts to call the tip line at 970-304-6565 or visit Northern Colorado's Crime Stopper page. And now to a closer look at home. The Laramie County Sheriff's Office says the county is seeing record low crime numbers over the last year, with a drop in residential burglary by 71%, vehicle theft by 62%, and vehicle burglary by 66%. Now let's toss it over to Ashley for our weather. All right, thanks, Ashley. Additional voting rules put forth by the Secretary of State, Chuck Gray, got voted down by Governor Mark Gordon recently. On April 12th, Gordon vetoed amendments to Gray's election procedures. According to Secretary of State, that would change the change would have required acceptable identification, proof of Wyoming residency, and uniformity in evidence of U.S. citizenship when registering to vote. Gordon's office stated after reviewing the proposed rules by Gray, it exceeded his statutory authority, and Gordon declined the package. Gordon said in a statement, "The state's election code functions well, and the countless hours spent by volunteers, election judges, canvassing boards, county clerks, town clerks, your office, and numerous others have ensured that that Wyomingites can trust their state election results. While there always is room to improve Wyoming's election laws, this responsibility lies in the purview of the legislative branch." Gray countered, saying
President Trump was
he's concerned this concern is being raised federally as well.
Exactly what we were trying to do for Wyoming elections. So that underscores the importance of this and how there is broad conservative support.
Gordon says the vetoes followed the recommendation of the Wyoming Legislature's Management Council. With global tensions rising, it's good to know what's going on in our local military. Officials spoke about what it's like to have their ear to the ground and to know that the community supports them.
We're keeping an eye on it, of course, across the Department of Defense, across Air Force Global Strike Command. Here at 20th Air Force and at our 4 wings, our airmen have been doing this mission for many, many decades, and they're always on alert, always ready to go, always just at the ready to do what our nation needs them to do.
The Greater Cheyenne Chamber of Commerce held a luncheon for the Military Affairs Committee. The event brought in Major Stacy Jo Hooser, military members, and the community. She spoke about the intercontinental ballistic missiles and implementing modernization programs for ICBMs. Officials say the military is the biggest economic driver in the state, and keeping up a global military deterrent is more important than ever. They also spoke about the important community support is for service members.
It's also important to us because it's a sense of pride for us. We have one of the longest running Air Force bases in the world, and we're very proud of that. We have been military since day one. We want to honor their service and honor their presence in our community.
Researchers at the University of Wyoming found some really interesting results in their research on Yellowstone lakes. Despite warming trends, researchers at the University of Wyoming scientists have found that the length of time Yellowstone Lake remains covered by ice each year has remained the same for the past century. The discover contrasts trends seen in other lakes worldwide. The study, published in the journal Environmental Research Letters, involved researchers from Utah State University, Colorado State University, and Colorado Mesa University.
And so we dove deeper because we were interested in why this might be happening. And we We noticed that there is about twice as much snow falling now compared to a century ago. And so we think that so much more snow falling insulates the ice. And so it's insulating it so it's not melting.
Yellowstone Lake is over 7,000 feet above sea level. It typically freezes completely in late December to January and thaws out in late May to June. Glen Rock Library Project Prom is helping high schoolers get ready for their big night. Stepping into Project Prom room, you'll get greeted by sparkles, rhinestone, and bright colors. The closet is full to the brim with dresses, suits, shoes, and accessories. The collection features an extended size range and a wide variety of styles and designers. The room is open to all, and everything inside is free. Prom is expensive, and the associated costs can be a barrier for some teens. The Glen Rock Library team hopes that Project Prom can help their prom nights become a dream come true.
They think this is something that's not available to them, and it's like, no, you can look good, you can feel good, and it's also, you can just experience this very specific kind of joy of just coming and like seeing beautiful things and trying them on.
Coming up next, we've got some more weather and sports. And is TikTok getting banned? Find out what some politicians did that might make that happen. Come on back. Welcome back. On Monday, for the first time ever, a former president will be put on criminal trial. Donald Trump faces a dozen charges, one that is related to the hush money payments made to an adult film actress before the 2016 election. Rick Damigella has a preview.
Jury selection is now complete, and on Monday, opening statements are expected to begin in a Manhattan courthouse in former President Donald Trump's historic criminal trial. Trump is charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records for his alleged role in a hush money scheme before the 2016 election.
The defendant repeatedly made false statements on New York business records. Why did Donald Trump repeatedly make these false statements? The evidence will show that he did so to cover up crimes relating to the 2016 election.
Mr. Trump has pleaded not guilty to the charges and claims they are politically motivated.
The whole world is watching this hoax. You got a DA that's out of control. You have a judge that's highly conflicted. The whole thing is a mess. This is really a concerted witch hunt. Very simple. Everything you heard in there, this is a witch hunt by numerous judges.
This will be the first of 4 criminal trials the former president could be facing as he juggles his time on the campaign trail to reclaim his old job back. And despite the charges Trump is facing, some voters say even if he is convicted, they will still vote for him.
I don't think he's fit, but I'm voting for him.
I really feel like that we're not going to be able to survive another 4 years of the Democrats in charge.
On Tuesday, a hearing is scheduled over whether or not Trump violated the gag order imposed on him by the judge, which prosecutors allege Trump did with social media posts. I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
A new bill to ban TikTok could be up for a vote this week. It's different from the one Chamber passed last month and has strong bipartisan support. Sources say this time the ban is tucked into 4 separate bills that passed the House Saturday. They address Democrats' foreign aid and could make for the ban harder for the Senate to ignore. The 3 aid bills for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan included a 4th bill with a ban on TikTok. It would ban the platform from U.S. app stores unless it's spun off from its Chinese parent company. Supporters of that measure say the social media company is a national security risk. TikTok says about 170 million Americans use the platform, and banning it faces opposition. The new bill could hold some appeal for Democrats. They've been trying to pass foreign aid for months, but the White House prefers a Senate package that did not ban TikTok. 3 new films challenged the champ at the weekend box office. David Daniels has the early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters.
Would have gotten them all if they weren't so fast.
The animated action comedy Spy Family Code White opened in 5th place with $4.9 million. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare took in $9 million for a 4th place debut. Godzilla Kong: The New Empire took 3rd, making $9.5 million. It's at $172 million domestic.
Go!
What the?
Abigail, about criminals who discover they've kidnapped a vampire, opened in second place, earning $10.2 million.
Okay, but you are angry with me. There is no version of this that isn't a mistake.
Civil War fought off the new competition and kept the crown for a second straight weekend on ticket sales of $11.1 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
All right, those are the movies that we have to look forward to. I know that a bunch of folks are looking forward to seeing the Kung Fu Panda, and there's also Dune movie coming out as well. So yeah, we're going to toss it over to our weather. Miss Ashley, what does the weather look like for us? All right, thanks, Miss Ashley. Everyone get out there and enjoy the weather while we have it, the sunshine and the lovely breeze and the growing grass, and get a chance to enjoy the weather before it changes too quickly. All right, that's our broadcast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.